Hey, what's going on, guys? So it is a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. 85, sunny. I hope you can see that with light. But about to hop on the Pan Am and go for a cruise out west, maybe look for some food and some coffee, and I got a lot to talk about. So with that being said, let's hit the road. This right here is my favorite time of year. It doesn't get blistering hot yet. Minimal clouds. When you're on a bike, there's just enough cool wind to keep you at that right temperature. That thing's rad. If you're ever in the Austin area, ride 1431. It's such a good road. It's a little crowded at the beginning of it, but once you get towards Marble Falls, it clears up real nice, and it's just a nice road out in the hills. So one thing I do want to talk about is earlier this week, Indian released their new Scout lineup. Now, if you're new to the channel and you don't know, before I got this Pan America a couple months ago, I rode an Indian Scout 60, and I loved that bike. But the longer I had the bike, the more trips I wanted to do, the more utilities I needed in a bike. And I wanted something less cruiser cool, and needed something that could get me places and carry things, basically. I thoroughly enjoyed the Indian. A lot of people, you think because I got a Harley now, I'm gonna shit on Indian. No, I love Indian. They make great bikes. And honestly, if Indian came out with a adventure touring bike, I probably would have got that. Indian, the great thing about them is, let's just compare it to Harley as another American V-twin cruiser model bike. Aesthetically, I think all the new Scouts look better than all the new Harley cruisers. With the Chief, looks amazing. Sport Chief looks even better. The Scout now, the 101 is just amazing. The Bobber looks amazing. And they made a few changes that I didn't expect. The reason, like, the Scout I had was so bare bones, it didn't even have a fuel gauge. I had to track all my miles with the trip meter, and it's not that big of a deal. But when you're coming into 2025, 2024 models, that's something you gotta have, and that's a change they made, which is amazing. They got that 4-inch display that was on the Chief, the Ride Command or whatever it is, with GPS, ride modes, all that. That's amazing. That's a huge plus. They even made the tank a little bigger, I think, which is another huge plus. Comparatively, this thing full gets like 250. The Scout I had was like maybe 130, and I never pushed it that far because I didn't have a gas gauge. So when you're going on long trips, like when I took to New Mexico, I would stop at every single town and fill up because I couldn't skip a town to make it to the next town. So basically, you get half a tank, fill it, half a tank, fill it, half a tank, fill it, because the towns were so spaced apart, you just couldn't do it. So even a little bit bigger tank is going to help a bunch on that. They went from a cast aluminum frame to a steel tubular frame. Looks-wise, cosmetically, I think the cast aluminum looks better, but I understand the utility of a steel tubular frame. Just with customizations, mods, everything like that, you can at least do something to a steel frame. So I think, honestly, with Indian, the biggest gripe is, oh, Polaris owns it. And when I had my Indian, dude, I got so sick of hearing that. It's like, yeah, man, they make good bikes though, and they look nice, and they're at an affordable entry-level price, unlike Harley. If you want an entry-level Harley, it's a used Harley. So Indian, I believe it's on such a good track. And now I know I'm riding a Harley now, but I'm not on either team, you know. Harley makes amazing bikes. I love the Pan Am. If Indian made an adventure motorcycle, and they probably could do a really well job at it because Polaris owns it, they're kind of good at that off-road stuff, I'd probably go with an Indian. The only reason Harley has Indian beat, in my opinion, and it's not by price, it's not by looks, it's by dealership network. Oh man, that's a view right there. If I go on a long trip with this Pan Am, no matter what state I'm in, most likely I can be relatively close to a Harley-Davidson dealership. And you can't really say that with other brands in general, you know? This being my primary bike, I love it. Its utility, its function, it's all there. If I was to get a second motorcycle, I wouldn't go with something new and reliable. I would want a project bike. Now I'm not a Harley stand boy now, but having a Pan America, daily rider, reliable, I would really want to get a 1970s shovel head project bike, strip it all down, hardtail it. I do the no front brakes, foot clutch, skinny tires, tall stance, sissy bar, strap a couple things on, nothing crazy. So I would love to get a chopper, and I'd love to wrench on something like a project. And that's really why I enjoy making YouTube videos, is I get to go out and I really don't know what I'm doing. I get to cruise around and I film all these little things, and then when I come home, it's like I have a puzzle to put together. So when I'm off the bike, it gives me something to do that gives me that creative itch of putting together something unique and filming it the way I like it. Would I do all this if I wasn't making a YouTube video out of it? Probably. But as soon as I got home, it'll be like, all right, now what? So I really enjoy it. And you know how much I watch these other people's YouTube videos, and that gets me stoked to go out and ride. And I really hope videos like that does it for y'all too. And I don't know what's popular or really what's going to get people to watch, but just getting out and riding a motorcycle, if that gets you, if watching one of my videos gets you excited to go out and ride on a nice day, then that's it. That's why I did it. Alright guys, well that about wraps up this little ride and rant on this beautiful Texas afternoon. Couldn't ask for better weather. Let me know in the comments what you guys think on the new Indian Scout lineup, and your thoughts on Harley and Indian. Are they working with each other, kind of helping elevate each company, or do you have a favorite and the other one could just kick rocks? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Coming up next week, there is Texas Fandango and there is Hand Built Show by Revival. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to both. We'll see, but be on the lookout for that, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.